Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and another new one for me, although it's certainly not a new game by any stretch of the imagination. This is Metro Simulator. We're going to take a first look at it. I've got the pile of shame like everybody's got, and I keep mentioning this to you guys. And I've gone ahead, had a scan through the latest PlayStation sale, as I always do. This was on the £3.19, so I thought, £3.19, it's worth a punt, surely. Surely, I can get £3 worth out of it. Can I? I looked on the reviews, Steam, 8 out of 10 on Steam, 3.7 out of 5 for Amazon UK. It's decent-ish. The second Metro Simulator, I believe, has just come out on PC. It's either out on PC or it's in early access, I'm not really sure. However, for £3, this first one, this is a PlayStation 4 version running on the PlayStation 5. We'll give it a go, shall we? We'll take a first look. We'll see. You know, we try anything on this channel, don't we? So, shall we dive in? We'll do the tutorial first. There's 3 of them. Controlling the train. Here we'll take a look at the basic train controls. You'll know how to drive a train and what you need to do to complete scenarios. Then we've got manoeuvring. You'll learn about switch arrows, leaving the cabin and turning the train in this tutorial. And then finally we've got navigating in the depot. You're going to learn how traffic lights and automatic routing work and how to properly drive in the depot. Let's do the first one, shall we? Controlling the train. You'll recognise the look and feel of this. It's very much like Bus Driver Simulator. We've played a couple of those games on channel. Same dev, same publisher, same layout. So we'll give it a go. Welcome to Metro Simulator. Today we'll learn about driving the train. We'll look at the basic controls, using the reverse switch, moving the train, controlling the auto informer, opening the doors and so on. Also, we will drive to the Lomonovsky Prospect station. Alright, fair enough. So look at that little iPad on the left hand side. Exactly like we've seen in Bus Driver Simulator. With 2 ways to interact with buttons and switches in the cabin. First, you can just find a switch and press the cross button, or X. Second, you can also press the appropriate button. Press the R1 button and left button to move the cursor with the left stick, or fix the cursor on the center screen. You can also move the camera with the right stick and zoom in with L2. Right, I'll try and remember that. So R1 and left button to move the cursor to press buttons. Fair enough. First of all, we need to turn on the batteries. Now find the battery switch and click on it with the cross button, or just press L3. Well, let's find the batteries. I'm going to assume it's labelled. Oh, and it is. So, which one's L3? That's the left stick, isn't it? Now, let's set up the auto informer. It plays names of stations to... Oh, right, so it's the passenger information system, the automated announcements. On this, it's called the auto informer. Keep in mind, you'll have to turn it on in time. If you fail to do this, you'll not be able to get enough points to complete the scenario. You can see arrow buttons to the right of the auto informer panel. Select number 77, Petrovsky Park to Ramenki route using these buttons. Pay attention, if you're moving on the first track, you should press route selection button. Press it, you should see the backlight is turned on. Press set to beginning button. Is situated on the left of the auto informer panel. That's a lot of stuff to try and remember there. So the arrow buttons to the right of the auto informer, and we need to select number 77. Okay, so let's find out where that is. It should be highlighted somewhere. Where is the route selection? Ah, there it is. There's a big massive arrow in front of me. So number 77 there is already selected. So let's press that. Set to the beginning. Station 1 there is coming up. See, all these are in Russian, you see, all these labels. I'm assuming it's Russian. And then we play the recording with the triangle button.
Осторожно, двери закрываются. Следующая станция Petrovsky Park.
The next station is Petrovsky Park.
Alright, so it says if you accidentally played a recording too early or missed it and you need to move to the next recording, you can select the needed one using the arrow keys to the right of the auto informer screen. So here are the arrows, I'm assuming it means these, and then we just need to press this one to play it. Okay, fair enough. Good, now we're going to travel from Ramenki Station to Lomonovsky Prospect Station on the second track. We already have this route selected, but now it's playing backwards. It's playing backwards. Let's cancel it by pressing the ESC button to the right of the auto informer screen. Okay. Right. Well, it's to the. Yeah, it is to the right, but I don't quite understand what we're doing there. So we're resetting again the route selection, setting it to the beginning. Look at the leftmost screen on the panel. There you can see a picture from cameras on the side of the train. There are buttons below that screen that can be used to switch between cameras. Try to do it. Okay. So that's handy. That's the right camera. We've got the left camera. Is that it? Just got two cameras. Also, you can change the general camera using the square button. You can move to the passenger camera. I see, so you can flick across the views. Okay, now it's time to set the train in motion. Firstly, you need to set the moving direction. You can do it with the reverse controller, which is R1 and up. It has three positions: neutral, forward and reverse. So we're used to that, aren't we, from Train Sim? Select the forward position. So we can either do it with the R1 button and up, or I think, do we still have to do it with this? Yeah, so you can't just press X even on that. You have to press R1. And it gives you a hint when you press R1, you see it's coming up. And we'll put that into forward. Is that in forward? How do we tell which one we're actually in? I'm not sure. There must be somewhere that says we're in forwards. Right, I don't know where that is, so you've got to just... Does it say there? Was it L2 to zoom in? Yes, it's all in Russian, so I can't tell which is right. So I'm guessing forward is the right at the top. Then we got neutral. Then we got reverse, which is the H at the bottom. Now we'll look at the speedometer screen. Allowed speed is marked as a green zone, fair enough, and the red zone is speed restriction. If you exceed the limit, the emergency brakes will engage. The train will stop. You'll need to move the reverse switch to neutral and back to forward to continue. Sometimes there can be a yellow zone on the speedometer. It means that the next speed limit is stricter than the current one. In this case, prepare to slow down. A warning, it needs some time to transmit the speed limit from the traffic lights to the speedometer screen, usually a few seconds. If you don't wait for the speed limits to update before moving, you can engage the emergency braking system again. There's a lot to remember, isn't there? I'll give it that. One of the most important tasks of every train driver is to follow the schedule. You can see 3 of the next stations on your tablet. Also there, you can see the current time, the score, messages about fines like not announcing the station, running a red light and so on, and about adding scores. Okay, so we're used to that tablet, aren't we? To get the train moving, move the controller forward. There are 4 acceleration positions. Idle, which is not accelerating and not braking, you're not kidding. And 3 braking positions. To slow down, you need to move the controller backwards to one of the braking positions. You can also move the controller using the up and down button. Now start moving and try to stop just on the platform. Right, so to do that, up and down button. Shall we try it without using that? Right, so it's D-pad. I'm not sure yet how we change these directions. But we're going to the right at the moment. Let's go into the second notch. It wants us to stop just inside the platform, so we need to stay in the green, don't we? Right, this is locked. I go into that. I mean, the graphics are terrible, aren't they? Let's face it. It could be good fun. We'll find out when we get going. Now, am I meant to announce this station or what? Don't think so. Is that the stopping point? The 8 marker there? Delayed arrival. Yeah, alright. That's fine. Firstly, let's choose the side on which you want to open the doors. It can be done by pressing select doors buttons, either left or right. Left button, right button. Platform's on your left, so choose left. So do we just do D-pad left? Now release. Let's have a look. What did it say? It said square to get outside, so they're not open yet. So we want L1 and down. Only now you can push either open the left doors, which is the left button, or open the right doors, right button. Open the right. This is confusing. Play the auto informer recording. You should hear it about your route next station. Keep in mind you need to play recordings twice. One about the current station, one about the next one. Okay.
Осторожно, двери закрываются. Следующая станция – Ломоносовский проспект.
So this is closing doors as well.
Ломоносовский проспект.
Уважаемые пассажиры,
That's closed doors, which is open doors. That's the horn. Right, the horn works. So what I should have done for the open doors is look, that's closed. I wonder if open does it the same. So that looks labelled. Can you see the writing? Looks the same as the writing on that one. So I wonder if that's for the doors on the right hand side. Anyway, we'll find out. We're off now to the next station. So let me just have a look. So I can see I'm in forwards. You see the little triangle there. I can't see what notch I'm in. Apart from, actually, yeah, I can. If I look down at the desk, I can see the notch. So there's 4 notches there of acceleration, 3 of brake. So I want to stay in the green. This little bit's a bit faster, isn't it? So keep an eye on that speedometer. We're still going. See, what I don't get is, right, we're due in. Oh, okay. I went a little bit too fast, but I did get a trophy for that. Look at the timings on the tablet. Look at the timings on the desk, 21:39. Doesn't make sense, does it? So that was an emergency brake. You need to disable the emergency brake in order to continue. If the emergency brake's been activated but the speed has fallen below the speed limit, you can press brake cancellation to carry on. Okay. So we need to move this into neutral. Where's my... how do I get the cursor back? Remember it told me about the cursor. So I put that into the middle. Fix or... oh, there's the cursor. Okay, so we need to move that to neutral. And now put that in forwards. Right, so that's taken... right, that's good. So that's taken off the emergency brake. That's straightforward at least. There's a lot to bloody think about here. I'm not going to lie. For such a simple looking game. So, prepare to brake. Try to get the whole train on the station, but don't brake too late. Right, so we'll give this a go. I'm just looking down at the old screen there. This is Lomonovsky Prospect. And it does say Lomonovsky in the old onboard screen there. Now I keep having to look down to see the brakes. I've exceeded the limit. The speed must have really dropped. So I think we've got another emergency brake. That's annoying. So let's do this. Let's reset it. So we'll reset it there. We're going to announce this place where we are. Is it letting me do that? No. Right, what I'm going to do first. Let's do this. Right, back to forwards. Now it'll let us do it.
This is Lomonosovsky Prospect.
So we select the left doors. And then we open the left doors. Let's check outside. Well, we can see in the mirror there, can't we? It's not the mirror, it's the camera on the left. We can see people starting, getting on. Now let's imagine the situation when you have emergency brakes engaged. You have an emergency brake switch, which is L1 and R2. Choice is yours. You can break the speed limit, run a red, or use the manual switch. Well, we've already kind of done that, haven't we? So we need to close the doors. That's the first thing. So let's close them. Okay. We don't need to announce yet, do we? Right, off we go. I'm assuming I'm doing this right. It's confusing. Right, so that's our speed limit. It asked us to do that though, didn't it? Right, so we know now about resetting this emergency brake. So let's do it. So we'll put it in the sort of neutral position there on the throttle or controller. Then what we need to do is put that in neutral, and then scroll back through it till we go to forwards. That takes the emergency brake off, and then we should be able to carry on. Right, what did I do then? I don't even know what I did then. Right, let me read this. Move it to neutral, move it back to forwards. Don't forget to move the controller to neutral. Yeah, we did that. So can we get going now? Is it going to let us? The doors are closed, aren't they? Surely the doors are closed. L1 and R2. Oh, okay. It was there all the time. It wanted me to L1 and R2. That's really confusing to get in the brain, that though. But that's the end of the first lesson. It was confusing as hell. Remember, you'll need to follow the schedule and the train control rules to play successfully. Well, we'll give it a go. We might have to come back to that, you know. Shall we do the next tutorial? This is about manoeuvring and what I'm most interested in, which is how we get the switches to go the correct way. I'm hoping it's going to show us that with this one. We're going to learn about turning the train in a dead end. After this tutorial, you'll know how to leave the train, use switch arrows, move between the cabins. Alright, yeah, switch arrows. So we're on the first track on Ramenki Station. Our task is to turn the train and get it to the second track. Let's do some standard actions to get the train moving. Turn on the batteries, which is L3. Let's do that as a shortcut just now. And then get the reverse switch into forwards, which is R1 and up. There we go. In scenarios mode, the track can be prepared beforehand. All switch arrows can be set in a way that allows you to get to a dead end without additional actions. Now we'll have to do it ourselves. Firstly, drive a little closer to the next traffic light. Alright, okay. We'll do that. Where is the next traffic light? Oh, it's there on the right hand side. Is that it? The red? Let's just cautiously go along. So, now you've got the first switch arrow in front of you. The direction of the arrow is indicated with green. You'll need to switch it to another direction, to the dead end. The dead end. How do you know which way you're actually going? Sometimes you'll have to switch some next arrows, but now they're set properly. Don't forget that the traffic light will be red if some switch arrows are set in properly. Okay, so that's how we can tell if we've done it right. You will also see a red light if there's another train in the dead end. So let's do that. So I can see it's red at the moment, the traffic light. Now it's actually turned blue. Proceed to the dead end. Keep your eye on the speedometer. Let's just trickle in, shall we? I can't actually change that. I was trying to change it there with X. It won't let me. The signal's blue though, which must be the new green. We're just going to trickle in. Trying to see the signals. The signals are largely obscured by these big arrows though. I presume the little padlock above means we're not able to change these ones. They're set for us. So we're going off to the right. And I'm assuming that things like the headlights, etc. are going to come on automatically when we're doing this. I'll tell you what though, it's worth printing out the sheet with the controls on. That is confusing as hell, that is. And the fact that they're in Russian, so, you know, not everybody can actually read those. Let's come to a stop. Brake 2 there. The fact you can't read them makes it even more difficult. Okay, we need to go in the other cabin. First of all, put the reverse switch to the neutral position. And remember, this is a necessary action, or you won't be able to use the reverse switch in another cabin. Yeah, so it's like, you know, we think we have a master key, do we? That we take out, like we do in the old train sim there. You can switch cabins in two ways. The first one is fast. Press R1 and down. See what I mean? There's a lot of combinations of buttons. So let's do R1 and down. And we switch to the other end. We can get back by pressing R1 and down again. Okay. The other way is slower. Firstly, leave the chair by pressing the touchpad. And then we can walk through. So let's walk through. We'll have a look through here anyway, why not? Very blocky graphics, aren't they, really? Now, I don't know... Why is that not letting me through then? It's not letting me through, is it? Why not? Do I need to do it from over here? Right, so the walking's not very good. So we've got to go to the cabin at the other end. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and sit down again, and I'm going to try and switch to the other end and see if it lets me carry on. Is it going to? Yeah, so you see with this, I'm just hovering and pressing X. Do I need to press it somewhere other than... Maybe I don't have to press it on the actual handle itself. Let's look for a prompt somewhere. Anywhere? Can we go out somewhere? Oh dear me, this is not a good start, is it? Right, so there's nowhere on there. Give me a prompt. So I'm kind of stuck. Let me just try and go back again. It's not going to be good if we can't even complete the tutorial. We need to know some of this stuff. So I'm pressing the touchpad to get back in the seat. And it's not letting me do anything. Can I get out? I can get out of there. Shall I do this? This might help. But it's not letting us walk through the cabin. Right, have we got a run button? No. Nope, we haven't. So this is it. We've got to walk at this pace. My word. Do you know, you're going to have to play this a couple of hours just to get used to the blooming buttons. I could come back to this tomorrow and I completely forgot. I'm trying to get out of these tutorials, then we can have a quick look at a quick service and try and put it all into practice. And I'll give you the verdict. The other thing is, oh, there we go. Now it likes it that we've come up this end. So can we just walk on? We can. I'll finish what I was saying shortly. Touchpad. Touchpad gets me in. Okay, right. So reverser. Move the switch arrows so that it will lead you to the tunnel to the right. When you do it, the traffic light will turn blue and the track number will be displayed under it. So we hover on it, do we? Press the cross to switch the turnout. Because we're going to the right. So do we also do that one, or do we have to get... Right, well, let's see. Let's carry on, and we'll see if we can move. Right, what is this do? Have I left the door open somewhere? Let's have a look. Right, it's not letting me click anything. That's just the horn. That's because I was in the first braking position. Right, so this is locked. This is going to the right. I hope. Yeah, it looks like it's going to the right. And I'm a bit nervous about going this fast. This one we can't do anything. But it should take us to the station, this. Here's the station. Right, so we could only change the first one. I mean, it's playable. It is playable. But it's confusing as hell. I'm not exactly sure of the stopping point either in these stations. Let me use L2 because I've learnt that is the zoom. You can see the 8-car stop on the right, and I'm assuming that's what that is. So that being the case, I think that should be our stopping point because it's before the signal. There it is. I don't know if we have got 8 cars, by the way. Yeah, delayed arrival. So we're losing. You know, we're losing points left, right, and centre. Wants us to walk to the platform. And congratulations, you've passed the tutorial. You can leave the station to take a look at it in free mode. In some scenarios, you'll have to start the game on a platform. Okay, right. Let's do the final scenario. Tutorial, I should say. And shall we see then if we can put it all together. This is navigating in a depot where we're going to learn how traffic lights and automatic routing works, how to properly drive in the depot. I can't wait to give you my verdict on this. I think you know what's coming. Keep saying in your mind, £3, £3. Welcome to Soln's... Oh my word. They could have even made the place names easy, couldn't they, at least? Salt's Evo Depot. You will learn how to interact with depot objects and set up the routes manually and automatically in this scenario. First of all, let's try and build a route. We're going to go outside to do this. Point your cursor at any gate and press the cross button to open it. Right, so it's highlighting these gates. First of all, let's have a quick look at the depot. It's a lot like Tram Sim, isn't it? On a more confusing and less textured level. I can definitely recommend you get Tram Sim. I'll say that right now. We need to build a route to the dead end to the left of the portal. The portal is a part of the tunnel which leads to the line. Walk to the dead end and switch the turnouts correctly. Number of arrows are shown on the switch mechanism. Okay. Switch the turnouts 31 27, 25, 11, 9, 7, 6, 4, 14. Be careful, some of them can already be set in the correct position. Right, okay. So, is this our track? This is our track. So it wants us to set a route. How do we set the turnouts then? It's these little arrows again, isn't it? Let's walk along the sleepers. And how do we know what number they are? So, oh, there they are, 31. So we need to change 31. So how do we switch those out, right? Because, oh, it's pointing up there. So let's go up there. Well, this is 31. It says some of them are in the correct position. Okay, so that is probably in the correct position, which is why 31, it doesn't want us to do anything. So is this 27? Right, this one's 27. So, yeah, so the ones we can't move have got a little padlock above them. So let's do 27, press the cross button, and now it's locked into the right position. Okay, I've got it. I've got it. Finally, the penny's dropped. This is 25, but that's already done. It's locked. We'll keep going. I was going to say we'll keep plodding along. We really are plodding, aren't we? Plod, 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 plod. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This doesn't... I mean, that one, we can't do that one either. That's number 11. It just doesn't seem a very economical way to change the points, this, does it? You know, like in TSW, we can go into the map, can't we? And we can do all this up front. It seems an odd way to do it, because it takes us 10 minutes to actually walk down here, and probably 2 minutes to drive it once we've done it. So, we'll keep going. Then we can say we've done all the tutorials. And I honestly did intend this to be a very quick first look. It's obviously not possible. With all the confusion causing delay. Look at that above us. Can you see the scenery popping in? Look at that as I move back. The scenery goes backwards and then it comes forwards. Okay, now you need to open the traffic light. Point your cursor at it and press the cross button. If the turnouts are set correctly, it will show a white light. Right, so which one does it want me to... Is it talking? Ah, okay. So it wants us to open traffic lights. Well, I don't even know if that's 412, it's Russian. Something 12, something 1, and something 3. So if you're familiar with the Russian alphabet, you'll be absolutely fine with this. So let's click this one somewhere. Do we click it somewhere specifically? Ah, it's gone white. Okay, so there's a delay. Once you click it, there's a delay. Okay, the next one will have to be down here on the way back. It's a bit weird, isn't it? We set the points, and then we do the signals. Why do the signals not automatically... Oh, wow, look at the building coming in. Look at the depot. First there's no depot. Then there's a depot. That's how short the draw distance is. It's not going to blow you away, is it? I tell you what, we're going to have lots of fun when we do our first little trip on our own. We might not even get past the first station. I already can't remember what we're doing about the announcements. I really can't. Right, let's do this signal. Then we've got another one to do after this. Yeah, it does say there, you'll have to wait a little after switching them. So let me click it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds, about 4 seconds before it turns white, so we'll have to remember that. We can't do this with every route though, can we? It's ridiculous. We'll never get anywhere. We'll carry on though. Am I on the wrong track? I bet I'm on the wrong track here. Let's see if I can get across. There we go. Here's the other signal, which is just outside the open depot door. We may be able to drive the train out after this one. So let's click that. Wait for 4 seconds. Get on the train on the 3rd track. Don't forget to turn on the batteries and reverse switch to forward. Hold the vigilance button, which is the circle, and drive to the dead end on the right and stop near the whatever that is sign. You'll need to drive 5 to 7 kilometers per hour while driving out the building. After the whatever that is traffic light, you're allowed to drive up to 15 kilometers per hour. Okay, so batteries, reverser, hold the circle. Is that because we're going through something we're not meant to go through? We'll find out. Let's open the right door. Oh, we just walk towards it. There's no step up. So you don't need to do anything fancy there. Let's close that. Touchpad to get in. I think, was it L3 for the batteries? I heard a click. Let's get it into forwards. And then we need to make sure that we're only doing 5 to 7. Let's see, are we moving? What's it asking me to do then? Because we're not moving at all at the moment. Is it something to do with this? Do we need to press this? Have we got to confirm something? Oh, I know why. I know what it is. I've already forgot what I was telling myself. What we need to do is hold the vigilance down. Is that it? Hold circle, which is what I'm doing right now. I mean, it's pointing to the throttle, so we should be able to go. Let's have a look at the batteries. Let's make sure the batteries are on. I don't think we can do anything else now. That is it. Alright, it's not moving. Let's do this again. That's locked out. Right, we can't do that now. We've done that bit. Up button and down button. Right, I've put it in full white. There's nothing going on. So what do we need to do? And we can't do that. We can't do that. I can hear the vigilance button clicking. Right, what? Oh god, this is so confusing. There isn't anything. See, there's the vigilance button, which it asked me to press. I'm just seeing if there's anything else at all apart from the horn and the vigilance that we can actually click. I don't think there is. Let's go back to the brakes. There's nothing over here we need to do, is there? That's the neutral. That's the step 1. Step 2, step 3, step 4. Right? There's nothing. What do you guys reckon? I've not left the door open anywhere, have I? The signal's okay. It's on white. I mean, this is definitely the next thing we need to do. It's in notch 4. It won't go. I reckon we're stuck. Aren't we? The batteries are on. Reverse it to forwards. Let's put it in neutral again. Hold the vigilance button and go forwards. Right, it's not going. So we're not going to get very far. Let's exit that. We're not going to get very far in that tutorial, so that's not good, is it? Shall we try a free ride? You can choose where you want to start from. Okay. Let's just take that out. Turn on computer controlled trains. Where can we start from? And how do we do that? Ramenki is selected. Right, that's given me an option to change. Oh, that's where we start from, so we can do it. Oh, you know what? Let's just start from here. I need to work this out when I'm not recording this for you guys, because this is not good YouTube, is it? Oh my god. But it's best to show you the way it is, isn't it? It's best to show you the way it is, because if you are crazy enough to go pick this up for your £3.19, then you need to know what you're in for, don't you? Right, shall we try to remember what we're doing? I'm going to... are the batteries already on? How do we know if the batteries are on? The batteries are off. Right, so that's on. Then we'll put this in forwards. I saw the lights come on then, so that's good. What else do we need to do? We've not picked a schedule yet. I don't even know where we're going. I don't even know where we're going. So, is that the correct one? Play the recording. There's nothing to play, so I knew I would forget this bit. You know what? Shall we just try and get going? Right, it's working again now. Look. So I think we want to go to the right. So, oh, it's red. Look. Oh, I think we're going the wrong way. Have we gone the wrong way? That's overspeed. Oh my god. Okay, that was overspeed. Let's use our emergency brake recovery, which is that. Neutral. Then that. Oh my god, this is confusing as hell. Honest to god. Block is inactive. What does that mean? Did I go the wrong way? Let's restart it. Oh my word. If you've played this game before, right, on the PS4 or on your PS5, you let me know down below how you found this. Because something that should be very simple is not very simple. I wonder if it's something to do with this, right? Are we meant to select this? Accept. I don't think that's doing anything. I'm going to do the batteries. Batteries are on. I'm going to put this in forward. Now I'm not clear. Can you see that the signal is red? I'm not clear whether we're going to the right or we're going to the left. Is there a map? Can we press the map? No, that gets me out of the seat. I don't want to do that. Right, we don't want to do that either. We don't want to open any doors. There's no doors open. The block's inactive. If I switch that and makes us go to the left, Let's just wait and see if the signal changes, because it did say we have to wait a few seconds normally. I don't think that's changing. Let's put it back. I think it's something to do with this. We've got to set our route, haven't we? Route 77. Accept. Oh, there's nothing else we can do there. That plays the recording. That selects the right doors. Oh, that's the headlights. We've already got those on though. Vigilance we know about. Didn't work in the last one. Opening the right doors. But I can't see there's anything else we need to do. So let's just do that again. Alright, I can hear something going past. That's weird, you need that button on. That button is the closed doors button. That has to be locked before you can move. I'm going to go very slowly. Okay, why is it a red light? It's not going to let me through there, is it? We're going to get the emergency brake. Let's just see. Right, so that's because we went through the red, right? We understand that. Let's restart. I'm determined to at least get you past the first signal. This is free ride, so I think nothing's going to be done for us, is it, in this mode? So, right, that's the batteries on, right? Let's do this again. That's the reverser. So right at the moment, I think it doesn't know where we're going. So we have to remember how to select this so that we can set it and it knows the path. We don't want to do that. I think we're on this one. Remenki. I don't know what all these F buttons do. Now there was something we needed to do along here as well, wasn't there, with it? And it isn't letting me do it. Let's just look at the controls, shall we? Shall we see if it's going to show us? Options, controls, action, hover, cross button, change camera, play the recordings triangle, free camera up, emergency brake. Right, so it doesn't say anything about setting the hang on, let's go down. Change cabin. Step right, stop left, fix cursor. Right, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. So how do we get the route set up? That's what I want to know. Is it this one? Route selection on. Set to the beginning. Ah, okay, so this is where we've got the intervals. Now, I don't know if that is correct. Right, set to the beginning. It's now given us the schedule on the left. So, that's fine. Do we need to switch that? Let's just see what happens with the signal. We need that signal to change. It's not going to ask us to get out, is it? Wait, let's just do this. Are we going to the right? And does it want us to do that? Please don't tell me we've got to get out. I'm trying to find the correct combo. It told us before we were... Let's just accept this. Don't think that does anything. It told us before that the block was inactive, and now it isn't. So I don't want to go across this. I don't want to go across this red. Right? But I need the signal to change. So we were able to click the signal. Right, that's the turnout again. That's just below us. There's a train coming out of there. So, right, it's not there. It wants us to go this way, surely. So further ahead. Right, not that one. Or is it that one? Right, those two have got pressed to the left. This one to the right. Is that going to turn it white? Oh my god! I'm going to come back with a part 2, you know. I've got to come back with a part 2. This is confusing. I don't know what to say. Let me just try this. Let me try this. And we'll try a little bit. Because I don't know what I'm doing there in the free mode. I do not know what I'm doing in the free mode. Let's hope this lets us drive somewhere just quickly. At least give me a couple of stations and then I'm happy. Oh god, we're back in the same place. Right, move the switch arrow so you can get to the second track. Hint, the traffic light will turn blue. Well, we were trying to do that. I was trying to turn it white actually. And the track number will be displayed. Do not forget to set up the auto-informer for this route. Remenki to... And maybe that's what I did. Maybe I didn't have it the right way. So... Remenki to Slavislovskaya. So I think that's the one, isn't it? So route selection, then does it let us... It must be that route, right? So route selection, set to the beginning. Maybe it doesn't do that till the batteries are on. The batteries are on now. I'm going to put that in forwards. Oops, there we go. Forwards. I think that is that the correct one? Right, route selection, you've got to turn that on first. So we want Remenki to... Right, so there's only one, there's number 77, right, is the one that we want. But it's going the opposite direction, can you see? If we go... Well, we're going to have to do that. And then do we go to where we are? Is this what we do? How do we confirm that?
Станция Раменки.
This is Raminki.
Right. Okay. So we need to go to the second track. We need a blue signal. It would help if I knew if I was going to the right or the left. I'm waiting for the blue. Do you know what? I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. I'm going to have to come back to you on this one. I'll tell you what, it's a good idea, but it ain't off difficult. Oh my word. It's not often that we do a first look, we don't even get going. You know what? Let's exit. What do I think of it? If you get to know the controls, you might get somewhere and you might enjoy it. For £3, am I going to get some enjoyment out of it? Probably. I'm going to study it. I mean, it's not going to blow you away. Look at the graphics and the controls are horrible. It might be worth trying it if you want a set of cheap trophies. There are some trophies with it if you're a trophy collector. I'm going to persevere with it. I'm going to come back and I'm going to try it again after doing some studying. This was a genuine first look. Never been into it before. Never seen it, not watched any footage of it anywhere else on YouTube. I'll leave you to make up your own mind. I'm quite experienced with trains, underground trains, buses, you name it. We've done it, haven't we? I'm quite experienced. This is difficult, made even more difficult by the language that everything is set in. It's not straightforward. Setting signals yourself doesn't seem right to me. Setting switches, yeah, I get that, but not the signals. I'm going to go back, I'm going to have another look, but right now, I don't really recommend it. No, if I can't get into it in the first 15 minutes, then it's not quite right. But I'll persevere. They brought a second one out. People must like it. It's certainly not worth the full price, which the other week was £16. It's down at £3.19 in the sale. I'm going to do a second look when I've worked it out, and I'll be back to show you how you actually get the trains moving. So there you go. It's a long one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's helped you. Until the next bunch of craziness, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.